teach. So now it's time to introduce one of our dynamic, exciting, amazing, fantastical Global Learning Fellows. And it's his little bit of a crazy side that his students and we at the Foundation really like. So let's meet Craig Beals from the great state of Montana.
I'm Craig Beals, high school science teacher. But my classroom is a little different than you might expect.
This can take all day.
When I have a question, I don't hold back.
Holy.
I do experiments, jump right in, and figure it out.
That was awesome!
No matter where I am or what I'm attempting.
Let's do this.
I have just one goal.
I saw nature explode.
I need to understand the secrets of this planet we call home.
Oh, thank you. You know, 10 years ago, I stopped teaching. I stopped teaching the way I thought I was supposed to teach. I stopped with drill and the kill, and I stopped with the rote memorization, and I decided to chase my curiosity and let my students do the same. And when that happened, I fell in love with teaching. You see, think about this. When we're little kids, how do we learn? We learn by picking up handfuls of dirt and shoving it in our mouth to see what it tastes like. We pick up the cake and we squish it through our fingers just to see what it feels like. We fall down, we get back up, we fall down, we get back up. We learn because we're curious. When we get older, curiosity doesn't go away. We just forget to listen to it. We forget to chase our curiosity. 10 years ago, I decided I was going to start chasing mine, and I was going to convince my students to do the same. Well, what does that mean? To chase your curiosity? I think you saw a little bit of it up there on the screen. But to me, as a science teacher, it looks an awful lot like this. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a ring of fantastic smoke shooting at you. This is what I call a halo of hope, people. This is what I blast my students right off their chair. I hit them with a ring, the halo of hope. And really, if you're wondering what I've got here, this is just a garbage can that I stole right off of the street out front here. And then I ripped the shower curtain off the hotel shower, so that's unfortunate. And then I can't even see you people. And then I just filled it up with smoke, and I mean, look at this. What's the point? The point is this. This is a culmination of me trying to find exciting and engaging things to catch my students' attention. This is me playing. This is me loving teaching. Now, when this mindset takes over, when you allow yourself to be a kid again, when you allow yourself to be curious, and you allow yourself to have fun, it takes over all aspects of your life. This summer, I got to travel with the Global Learning Fellows to Peru and the NEA Foundation, and it was life-transforming for me. And I think what you're going to find out is that even when I'm traveling, I can't escape my curiosity.
Hi guys, Craig Beals from Beals Science, and I find myself here in Lima, Peru, on the Pacific coast. Look at that. When I was planning a trip to Peru, everybody talked about altitude sickness. Well, obviously, we don't have to deal with altitude here because we're at sea level. But when you get up into the highlands of the Andes and get up to 11,000, 12,000 feet, some funny things start to happen with your body. And it can be called altitude sickness. So I decided to make myself a lab rat or a guinea pig and try to test, all right, what are the effects of altitude sickness? And I've got an oximeter, which is going to measure the amount of oxygen in my heart rate. And I'm going to take this from sea level up to 11,000 feet, up to 12,000 feet. Right now, my oxygen level is very good. But a couple hours from now, we're going to find out that things change very drastically when you get up to altitude where the oxygen isn't nearly as thick. One of the toughest things about being here is when you start going uphill even more. That's when your body's trying to compensate for the lack of oxygen up in the air. Heart gets racing, and you gotta watch out for cars. Not just your breath. Look at this. Welcome to Cusco. See, where the altitude's high and the driving's chaos. So we need to get way up there to really feel the effects. Let's get up above 12,000 feet in Chinchero. Look at my oxygen levels. They've tanked out, and my beats per minute, my heart has skyrocketed because it's trying to pump more oxygen into my blood. So we hit 12,000 feet, then we get in the train, and we're actually going to go downhill as we work our way into agua calientes, hot water. Look at my oxygen level. It's coming back up. My heart rate's going down. Until you hike up to Machu Picchu and you get to see this. And not only is it so spectacular that it takes your breath away, you're still reeling from the effects of altitude anyway. Look at my beats per minute, 131. Back in the train. So believe it or not, we're getting in the train, but we're headed back uphill to Cusco. So we're back to Lima. And notice, my oxygen levels are right back where they should be, at 97%. My heart rate is low, and I am relaxed. But I can't allow myself to get too relaxed, because I need to do that entire trip again, all in the name of science.
It's a rough life. It's a rough life to have to do a once-in-a-lifetime trip 2 times in 2 weeks, all in the name of science, right? It's pretty rough. Now, what does chasing your curiosity look like? To me, it looks like this. It looks like 50 pounds of CO2 with a pressure washer handle that I've dismantled and hooked up to some PVC. I've welded together some tubing here, and my goal is this. To me, science and curiosity means we need to make it snow in the National Building Museum. Now, that's my goal, okay? That's my goal. We're going to see how this goes down. You never know. In 3, 2, 1. So here's the thing, in 5 short minutes, if I can show you just a little bit of taste and remind you what curiosity is like from when you were little, and convince you to go home and chase your curiosity, but more importantly, go home and convince your students to chase theirs. Imagine what we can do in education if we just chase our curiosity. So my challenge to you is this, teachers of the world, chase curiosity.